myself, Mr. Raviraj Nagarkar, working as an assistant professor at Department of Electronics Engineering, Walchand Institute of Technology, Solapur. Today we are having the session on Huffman Coding technique, which is a part of our digital communication system. So at the end of this session, student will be able to understand how to encode the message of the transmitter using Huffman coding technique. So these are the contents. So you can see here the steps. In Huffman coding, it is the source coding method which is used for the data compression applications, which generates the variable length of the code and gives the lowest possible value of L for a given M, and it provides the maximum efficiency and the minimum redundancy, which is also known as minimum redundancy code or optimum code. What are the steps? Here you can see the steps for the Huffman coding. First, we need to arrange the given messages into the decreasing order of probabilities, like our Shannon-Fano coding. Then group the least probable M messages and assign them symbols for encoding. Then add the probabilities of the grouped messages and place them as high as possible and rearrange them in decreasing order again, and this process is known as the reduction. So repeat the process step number 2 and 3 till only M probabilities will remain. Obtain the code words for each message by tracing the probabilities from left to right in the direction of arrow till the end of the respective symbols 0 or 1, which is above the path, by tracing them from right to the left. Remember, in Shannon-Fano we are considering left to right, and here we are considering from right to left. We will discuss this Huffman coding method with one problem statement. So you can read here the problem. In the particular communication system, the source transmit 5 different messages, say from x1, x2, x3, x4 and x5 with their respective probabilities of 0.3, 0.15, 0.05, 0.25 and 0.25 respectively. If the number of symbols used to code the messages is 2, then find the code word for each message and the coding efficiency with the help of applying Huffman coding method. So as per our previous video, here first of all, whenever we are considering any problem, you should write what is given. So here we are writing the given, the source transmitted messages from x1 to x5 with their probabilities, and here as we are expecting number of symbols are 2, so that's why M is equal to 2. So according to our steps, first of all we are arranging the probabilities. See here we have arranged the probabilities in the decreasing order 0.3, 0.25, 0.25, 0.15 and 0.05. Then according to the next step, we have to make the group of 2 so that I can assign it. So what we have to do, here we have to consider the last 2 bits 0.15 and 0.05, and to them we have to assign the number. Means for the 0.15 we are going to assign the symbol 0, and for 0.05 we are going to assign the symbol 1. Again rearrange them into a decreasing order, and remember this process is known as a reduction. So by adding 0.15 and 0.05 we will get the 0.2. Again you can see after the first reduction you need to arrange it into the decreasing order. You can see here 0.3, 0.25, 0.25 and 0.2. Same process we are going to repeat for the last 2 bits. We are going to assign the symbols 0 and 1. Then after second reduction, means after first reduction, at the time of a second reduction, when I am going to add 0.25 and 0.2, here I will get 0.45, means now it will come at the upward side, and below that 0.3, 0.25 will come. Then same after the second reduction, for the last 2 bits I have to assign 2 symbols as M is equal to 2, 0 and 1. So after adding the 0.2 and 0.25, addition will be 0.55 and the last one is 0.45. So to them you can assign the 0 and 1. So after third reduction, the further reduction is not at all possible. Then we are going to follow our 5th number of steps. Now what we have to do, you have to assign tracing the probabilities from left to right, and till we are writing the respective symbols or the path from right to the left. So here we are going to see for the x1 we are tracing the path which is like this, and whenever I am going to trace the symbol as per our instruction right to the left, first one is, second one this one, what is the code? 0 0. Then see the second one for the second symbol, which is x3, that symbol is 0 1 right to the left. Same we are going to follow for the x5, that is nothing but the third symbol. What we will get? 1 and 0. Remember once again, here we are going to add from right to the left. See for the x2, that is nothing but the fourth symbol. What we have to write? 1 1 and 0. And last one for the x4, that is nothing but the last symbol. When I am going to apply, three symbols will be there. It will be 1 1 and 1. So same, we are going to prepare the table here, in which right from the first symbol to the last symbol we are going to write their code. If for example, when we consider for the x1, it is 0 0 with the code length of 2, and right from the last symbol, which is 1 1 1 with the code length of 2. Now we are going to discuss regarding the average length. So for the calculation of the average length, here we have to follow the formula L, and we need to put the values. And after putting the values, here I will get the average length like a 2.2 letters per message. So here after average length, we need to calculate its entropy. What is entropy? Formula is given, and here we have to take the help of a logarithmic as well as its probability. And by putting these all the values, here I will get the entropy value as a 2.15 bits per second. Means here L is 2.2 letters per message, and here H is 2.15 bits per message. Now recall what is the relationship between the average code length and its efficiency. So whenever we are going to recall that system, we should know that they are inversely proportional to each other. Means if average length is less, then efficiency is more. Remember, if less average length of the code is there, then only you will get the more and more efficiency. Now see here, efficiency here, after this formula, you will get the efficiency of a 97.7%. Now the second case, when m value is greater than 2, means in that case we have to assign the more than 2 symbols. So we will discuss that method also with the help of one more problem statement. Here also you can consider the messages from x1 to x8 with their different probabilities, right from the 0.2 to 0.05 respectively. And here in this problem statement, we have to consider m is equal to 4. That is nothing but 4 different symbols we have to consider with the help of a Huffman coding method. Now, as per our statement, we have to apply the what is given. Then first method of the Huffman coding, we need to arrange it into the decreasing order. So after arranging it into the decreasing order, right from the 0.2, 0.2 till last 0.05, our task, we should group them into the m probable messages. So we will start, as we are going to have m is equal to 4. So we need to assign it into the 3 symbols. And here which 3 symbols, 4 symbols we are considering, 0, 1, 2 and 3. So after assigning, you can consider, I have to consider last 4 bits. That is nothing but 0.1 is labeled as a 0, 0.1 is labeled as a 1, 0.05 is labeled as a 2, and last one x8, which is labeled as a 3. So again, after first reduction, we are going to add this one 0.1, 0.1, 0.05 and 0.05. See the addition, now the addition is 0.3. So that's why in the second after first reduction, that value comes at the top, because we are arranging it into a decreasing order. Now what about the remaining? See here, you can see with the help of these arrows. So again the same thing, for the last 4 we have to assign 0, 1, 2 and 3 symbols. Again we have to add, the addition is 0.7 and the 0.3. And now here after the second reduction, only we are having the 2 symbols, 0 and 1. So the same thing, probability is from left to right, and when we are going to transmit it, that is from the right to the left. See here. So what will be the code word? 0 0. Like that, after having these all the code words, you will come to know that here the code word length is 2. Means all the code word and all the words are having the size of 2. Therefore, average code word is 2 letters per message. This is the first step. And when we are going to consider the second method, in second method what I have to consider? I have to consider only 2. Means for the last 2 bits I have to consider 0 and 1, and I am going to follow the same method. You can see here. Then 0, 1, 2, 3, and then this one. So here after applying this method, see what will happen. Here now there is a variation in the code length, and after having the calculation here, I will get the code length as 1.55 letters per message. Means whenever I am going to consider the first method, average length is 2, and whenever I am going to consider the second method, average length is 1.55 letters per message. So remember, you have to recall among these two methods, that is Huffman and Shannon coding, which method is having better efficiency? It is obviously Huffman coding method. Means overall conclusion is, when you have to consider the more efficiency related parameter as compared to the Shannon coding method, Huffman coding method is always better. So for more details you can refer these two references, and thank you all of you.